Welcome to Motorsports Nation. I'm Bob Francis here with my good friend Roy Akers from Skyview Sports. We've done lots of shows over on High Banked Fury. Make sure you catch those episodes. But Roy, it's great to have you on Motorsports Nation.
Yep, you got it. Thanks for having me.
It's Sunday morning. Yesterday was qualifying for the Cup Series. Big playoff race today here at Las Vegas. It's all Toyota, Roy. We got Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell up front. How do we think that sets the tone for today?
Well, I think it tells us we have a trend when you have one team where there are three playoff drivers all get in there, at least at the beginning of the playoffs. And it's going to be fantastic. And then there's a little bit more. We have a second team in there in the top 10, and I'm sure you're going to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports takes spots 4, 5, and 6 with Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Kyle Larson. Now, as we discussed earlier this week on Motorsports Nation, statistically looking historically at the data, Kyle Larson outpassed everybody. He was the top of the stack. He was the early favorite, but he qualifies 6th. So it's Toyota, it's Hendrick Motorsports and Chevrolet. You got to go all the way down to 9th to get to the first Ford, which is our last guy squeaking into the round of 8 playoffs. That's Joey Logano. How does it look for Joey today, Roy?
I think it looks really good for Joey. He did qualify 9th, but like you said in our podcast, or Zoomcast earlier in the week, he's the first NASCAR driver in history to ever drive with a black cat in his passenger seat. He's found a million different ways to advance, everything from disqualifications to just crazy stuff. Guys passing other guys or not passing them, like what happened last week. That's another story.
Right.
But Joey he always finds a way. When we spoke, when he came in for his media availability yesterday, he says, whatever it takes to win.
Right.
And you know what? He's right. Whatever it takes to win. No one cares what you did on the third turn at Bristol in 1979. They just care that you got ahead. And so I think Joey's going to do very, very well today. But unfortunately for Fords, they only had they had 4 of them in the top 20 of something real low, and which was kind of surprising because at this track, is probably the last track that, well, I don't know, Talladega, they'll be different manufacturer.
Right.
But Phoenix is a Ford track, and what is Toyota is a Martinsville track. So this track here, you see all 3 manufacturers in there, but you also see 5 of the top 10 are Toyota cars out there. And then you got 3 in a row with the Hendrick Motorsports. So it's a wide open race, but it is kind of like 3 all Joe Gibbs Racing, and then 3 for Hendrick Motorsports. So that's a trend, folks.
Joey, so I'm just laughing, chuckling at the irony that we're here in Las Vegas and Joey was channeling his inner Al Davis. Just win, baby, as they say over at the big Rumba where the Raiders play. Anyway, that's how we saw qualifying yesterday. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to make our final predictions for today, right after this from Motorsports Nation.
The Honor and Remember flag is a nationally recognized symbol that sends a message of appreciation for the sacrifice made by our fallen heroes and their families. The flag flies at many NASCAR races around the country, and you can help honor our nation's fallen military members and remember the eternal sacrifice of their service by flying the flag too. Text FLAG to 71777 or visit honorandremember.org to learn more. Together, we remember them all.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, welcome back from the break. I'm Bob Francis, along with my good friend Roy Akers here on Motorsports Nation. Listen, we just wrapped up what happened yesterday at qualifying. Now we're going to talk about our final predictions for today. Roy, I think you can't deny, first of all, the Gibbs dominance in that qualifying session. And I think what we heard from Christopher Bell yesterday is going to put that at moving Bell to my number 1 pick. I think if we look at the data, we look at how well he's run here historically, and then showing himself up front, and the team clearly has the cars dialed in, I think it's Christopher Bell that wins today. What do you think?
Yeah, I happen to agree with you, and which didn't happen earlier this week.
That's right.
I think Christopher Bell, he was on our show about a month ago. We talked to him to promote this particular race. Bell statistically has done everything but win here. There's a couple other drivers in his boat as well. Ross Chastain, who was my dark horse in this particular race,
Mm.
he's got like 3 or 4 top fives in the past 7 races. So he's
Right.
also a guy in there. So he's my dark horse. Christopher Bell, I think he's going to find a way to get it done. But look at the other top alpha drivers in NASCAR. Qualifying Q1, Denny Hamlin. He's not going anywhere. And I think Denny, after Kansas a couple of weeks ago, I think Denny is, he has to kick himself. I mean, if he can like take a foot and kick himself in the rear end, because he took himself out of that with Bubba Wallace.
That's right.
And I think he's going to be up there. Of course, Kyle Larson. He was number 1 overall in terms of the stats, the top 5s, 2 wins in the last 3 races here, I believe it is. Or I think, no, that's Joey, but anyway, it's like 2 in the last 5. And so Kyle Larson's going to be up there. It is going to be a barn burner race. Oh, we can't forget about his teammates in there, Chase Elliott. And then we also can't forget about William Byron. This is
Right.
going to be a wide open race. If you roll the dice and it comes up Kyle Larson, you better roll them again, because it could be 6 or 7 different guys. And I'm going to take that to the craps table.
That's what's going to be exciting about today's race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You heard it here. Thank you, Roy, for being on the show. We're going to now line up the cars here in a couple hours, and we're going to find out who was right on their predictions. And it's going to be a great day of racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Until next time, here on Motorsports Nation.